Refining is a fantastically useful tool in No Man's Sky. You can turn many resources into other resources and even multiply them. So here are 39 recipes worth knowing. Oxygen is a titan of refining. On its own, it'll give you some carbon, but refine it with some other items and you can massively multiply your resources. 2 oxygen mixed with either 2 carbon or 1 condensed carbon will get you 5 or 6 condensed carbon. This works for cobalt and chlorine too. 1 oxygen and 1 sodium nitrate will give you 2 nitrate. Oxygen is used in 43 different refining recipes and one of the main resources you'll use in your play, so building an industrial hotspot mining operation is a great move. Salt can be a very useful resource to have, particularly for refining. After you've made all that chlorine with oxygen, you can refine it into salt. Refining salt with any of the 6 biome farmable plants, which you can grow in any base including your freighter, you'll get the plant biome's respective mineral. So having a healthy crop of gamma root and refining it with salt will get you all the uranium your launch thrusters could want. Magnetic ferrite is not something you'll be needing all of the time, but when you do need it, it's often in the hundreds. But provided you have a bit of platinum, you're covered. Refining 1 platinum and 1 oxygen will get you 10 magnetized ferrite. If you don't have any oxygen, then 1 platinum, 1 ferrite dust and 1 pure ferrite will get you 12 magnetized ferrite. Don't have any platinum? Just shoot a few asteroids. You'll get silver, gold and platinum from asteroids, and combining silver and gold in a refiner will get you platinum. Salvage data can be found buried on planets, almost always just underground next to damaged machinery. You'll need a few hundred of these in order to get all of the building blueprints from the anomaly, but after you have them all, it's worth either refining them for 15 nanites each or selling them for a few 100,000 units. Living pearls seem like something you would either want to sell or keep for building your underwater base, but a great use for them is to refine them once into 100 gold per pearl, then again into pyrite, to fuel your pulse drive. Larval cores and hadal cores can be a quick 50 nanites once refined, but don't refine hypnotic eyes. If you do, all you'll get is 50 living slime, which once refined again is 50 runaway mold, which is to be refined again into only 10 nanites. Instead, cook your hypnotic eyes into horrifying mush and hand them into Cronus on the space anomaly for an average of 95 or so nanites each. Hexite is not a common resource. One of the few places you'll get it is from a guild envoy as a reward. In those cases, your best option is to refine hexite with Fecium to get 2 nanites per 1. Pugnium gained from all that central destruction can be refined into nanites at a rate of 25 to 1. This is a terrible exchange rate. You could instead refine pugnium with Atlantidium to get 3 runaway mold per 1 and then refine that into nanites. But pugnium also has usage in many other recipes as a bit of a wild card. Mix with carbon to get mordite, or mordite to get gold, maybe marabulb to get ionized cobalt, or the most efficient, sodium nitrate to multiply it by 3. A classic use of refining is when you really need some dihydrogen, but don't want to find somewhere that sells it as jelly or farm it from crystals. Provided you have 30 dihydrogen, you can refine 30 into 1 jelly, then back again into 40 dihydrogen, multiplying your stores infinitely. However, this is a very slow process, so only useful in some specific circumstances. Chromatic metal is something you will need a lot of in your play, at least until you get an antimatter reactor. There are a lot of recipes involving chromatic metal, some better than others. The best is to refine copper, cadmium, emerald or indium with gold and silver. The higher level the stellar metal, the more chromatic metal it will refine into, the best being indium. And mixing indium with silver and gold will get you 30 chromatic metal for every 1. And as you begin to run out of indium, you can just refine indium and chromatic metal into more indium, giving you an extremely useful and resource efficient source, provided you have that large refiner. You may have built a pulse splitter and wondered how you get the deuterium. It's such a scarcely used resource that has exceptionally few sources. Your trusty refiner has your back. Just refine dihydrogen with tritium to get deuterium. Runaway mold to nanites is a pretty well-known recipe, and for good reason. Out in the universe you can sometimes find these patches of curious deposits, spherical rocks just sitting there waiting to be mined, and they drop large amounts of runaway mold, which refine into nanites at a rate of 5 to 1. Setting up large arrays of refiners at these locations can be a great tactic for getting some extra nanites. It doesn't quite beat Sentinel destruction, but as the deposits respawn every time you return, it can be an excellent extra. With the new content came a recipe for Atlantidium, but other new items can be used for nanite gain. If you are using the tactic for finding interceptors by shooting dissonant resonators to obtain echolocators, then you likely have a whole bunch of extra inverted mirrors you'll never get through. Well, just refine them. They refine into 95 nanites each. Not only that, but Hylian brains refine into 230 nanites each. So if you are system hopping, looking for your perfect interceptor model design, and can't find the will to claim and scrap the ships you find, then just grab the brain before leaving and refine it later. There are a total of 308 different refining recipes, and if you want a full list of all recipes that you can just search a resource on to find every recipe it's involved in, then just check out the link to my website below. The highly popular refining list has been updated to include all current recipes in-game. I hope you find it useful.